And nobody explained resistance, why we are procrastinating, better than Steven Pressfield in his book The War of Art. And he said like this: the more resistance you experience, the more important your unmanifested art, project, enterprise is to you, and the more gratification you will feel when you finally do it. If you are struggling with procrastination and can't finish your work and thinking about it for days or even weeks, like sometimes I'm like a lemur. You know lemur? Lemurs are very cute animals, but they sleep like for about 16 hours a day. Okay, I am not a lemur and I not sleep 16 hours a day, but sometimes I procrastinate even more. Not only 16 hours, but maybe a few days and weeks and so on. So, as I said, I am a great procrastinator. But at the same time, I know myself very good. That's why I developed a special techniques, special prompts and questions I ask myself in my journal. Here it is. And there I answer these prompts and these questions, and they help me to get unstuck from my not productive state and get back from procrastination to a productive work. And I just finished my journaling session of procrastination in my journal, and I want to share with you these 8 amazing questions you can ask yourself in your journal, and they will help you to get unstuck from procrastination and get back to productive work as well. There are 8 of prompts and they touch your procrastination from different points. It's not a linear approach, you know. These questions are different and they attack your procrastination from different angles. And this will help you definitely get unstuck and get productive again. The first question for journaling for anti-procrastination is: what positive experience will I don't have if I don't do this work? Why did I plan to do this task initially? So this question has 2 sides. One is a carrot and one is a stick. And together they are combined in one sentence, in one question, and they are really powerful. Because people oftentimes more scared to lose something than to gain. For example, if I go on the street and find some money, $100 bill, it's one case. But if I lose $100 bill, it's much more pain for me. It gives me much more struggle because people don't want to lose. And when you write and answer these questions, you remember why did you started to do this work initially. Because if you don't do this work, you will lose something. You will lose some opportunities, something to do in your life that is not possible without doing the work at your hands. In my case, I wrote the answer to this question like this: I will be guilty if not doing progress on my goal. I will stay on the same spot. No progress, no real joy of accomplishment. I planned it because it is very important for me to become free and independent. And now let's move to the next question. And the next question is: what is holding me back from starting right now? And it's a great question because I actually struggled myself to film this video for you because I was procrastinating. So I was procrastinating on procrastination video, and that's why it's a good question to answer in your journal and for me as well. So here is my answer and what I said in my journal. I'm afraid that there is so much to do to accomplish this work that I don't know from where to start. Also, I didn't plan this work and this video very good, so I feel not prepared. It's a good case to answer this question because oftentimes we have some emotion that stops us to going forward. It's not because we are lazy, it's not because we don't want to do, but because internally in our mind and in our heart, in our emotions, we are afraid because maybe we will fail doing this work well. So it's a good question to ponder in your journal and ask yourself, what is this thing that holding you back from pushing forward with this work? Maybe you are not prepared enough, maybe you didn't plan this work, maybe you are afraid even if you do a good job, you still will fail. And by the way, you can completely for free download these questions in a PDF format in the link in the description from my site. There are 8 questions and there is also 2 secret anti-procrastination questions that are not a part of this video. And now let's move to the third question, and it sounds like this. Did I had a similar procrastination with other tasks before? how did they overcome it? Describe feeling of relief when you accomplish this task. It's a wonderful question to ask yourself when you have a procrastination. Maybe you had a task similar to this one that you are going to do, that you already had done before, and you was also procrastinating, and you successfully did it, and you had a feeling of relief. Oh, at least I did it. I was struggling, but at least I did it. So you can remember and you can trigger emotions and neural pathways that help you to remind yourself what did you did that help you to start doing the work at hand. Here is what I wrote about my answer. Yes, I had it before, just a few weeks ago. I just turned on a good music, relaxed, breathed a bit, and made my first step, not worrying about next steps. And after I did the work, I was really happy and was feeling internal peace. We can forget about our past successes and concentrate on the hard work we need to do right now and forget about what we did before. And this question can trigger your mind to remember it and push forward with the task at hand. And before moving to the next question for your anti-procrastination in your journal, I will share with you two quotes. So the first quote is, "The dread of doing a task uses up more time and energy than doing the task itself," said Rita Emmett. And from unknown source, "Procrastination is the grave in which opportunity is buried." The next anti-procrastination question is my procrastination is a sign that I need to have rest? If so, then what kind of rest? We forget about that we are human beings, that we can get tired, that we can get burned out. Here is my answer. Yes, I was working really hard. I forgot that my body needs its own attention. I just want to go on nature, relax there, meditate a bit, read my interesting book, and then I will return to work. This is an important question to ask yourself, because if you don't rest and your mind is all the time in a state of pressure, it's not possible to continue working all the time like that. And let's move to the next anti-procrastination question, and it sounds like this. Am I not doing the work right now because I don't see myself successfully doing it? If yes, write what is holding you back from success. Can I control my results? Do I need more quality work to do? If we don't know how to do work at hand and we are not experienced in it, we can sabotage ourselves and not doing the work. Simply, for example, I had a task to create a blog on a new programming language, and I was postponing it and holding myself and sabotaging for several weeks. Why I did this? And the answer is because I was not experienced with this programming language. That's why internally my subconscious mind was saying to me that I will not be able to do this work successfully, and I was holding myself back from doing it. Simple like that. And after I learned this programming language for a few days and read about it, I simply started to doing the work at hand. So the next prompt for your journal is about motivation, because motivation is very important if, for example, you need to do a work that really novel for you or really hard to do. And if you have a strong motivation, a visual picture why you want to achieve these results and what you will get from doing this work, it can influence your motivation and energy of doing it. So that's why I take your journal and answer these simple questions that I already answered, and it sounds like this. What opportunities, rewards and pleasant bonuses will I get after doing the work at hand? And my answer to this question was like this. I will get one step closer to freedom. This will give me an ability to do what I want, when I want it, and with whom I want it. And this is a powerful question to ask yourself, because it can, as I said before, it can motivate you and trigger an energy required to accomplish your work at hand and replace procrastination with a productive work. Before moving further with our journaling prompts, I want to say a few words about Steven Pressfield. Defines resistance is what keeps us from sitting down and doing our best work. Most of us have two lives. The life we live before we turn pro and the life after. And resistance hates it when we turn pro, when we become doing and achieving what we really want. Resistance cannot be seen, touched, heard or smelled, but it can be felt. We experience it as an energy field radiating from a work in a potential. It's a repelling force, it's negative. Its aim is to shove us away, distract us, prevent us from doing our work. If you take resistance at its word, you deserve everything you get. The awakening artist must be ruthless, not only with herself, but with others. So the main takeaway from here is that the power to take charge is in your hands, and all you had to do is to believe that it is possible. And by the way, my name is Alex Zazovsky, I am solopreneur and computer scientist and neuroscience researcher, and I am journaling right now more than 8 years, and I have collected a lot of experience and a lot of exercises and tools for journaling to make myself a better person. And I am sharing on this channel tips for you to journal better and to become a better person as well, with the help of journaling tool. So that's why subscribe to my channel and smash the like button if you like this video. And before moving to the next journaling tip to fight your procrastination, just right now I remembered about a cartoon I was watching maybe many years ago when I was small, and there was a horse and a boy, and the boy was near the horse and they entered the forest, and it was a little bit dark around, and a boy was afraid and he didn't know how to make the next step because there is a lot of trees and he was scared. So he asked the horse his advice what to do in this case, and horse said, "Do you see the next step you can make? Do you see the next tree? Do you see the next object right before your eyes?" The boy said, "Yes, I see." So the horse said, "So don't worry about all the steps we need to take through this forest, through this dark forest," because they were both scared. "Just make one small step." And this advice is connected to the next question for your journaling session, and it sounds like this: what is the one step, one small step I can make to facilitate movement in the direction of my task or goal? And my answer to this question is like this: I can write today 500 words of my article, and tomorrow I will edit it and hit submit. So think about what's one step you can do right now to fight your procrastination. And let's return to the next journaling question to fight your procrastination. It sounds like this: what are my 2 or 4 biggest distractions that make me unfocused and stop my progress at work? How I can eliminate or remove them from my life? And my answer to this question is this: I check my social media too often, so I can't concentrate deeply on my work. I get dopamine from it. I can schedule time when I only work and nothing else. Turn off the phone or put it in the other room. And here are some of the most inspiring quotes for you to ponder about. There is nothing so fatal to character as half-finished tasks. David Lloyd George. How soon, not now, becomes never. Martin Luther King. A perfect method for adding drama to life is to wait until the deadline looms large. Alice Corn Selby. So here there were 8 journaling questions you can ask yourself in a journal to stop your procrastination. And by the way, I created an amazing journaling challenge for you with more than 50 smart questions you can ask yourself in different categories in your life. As well, in this journaling challenge, in this course, you will discover how to start journaling, how much time you need to journal, what journal to choose, where you need to journal, when you need to journal, and so on. All these questions are answered in this short and to the point and practical course that I want you to check out. And there are 3 free videos you can take right now, and I'll see you in the next video.